we have a follow-up to the story that you guys were like really trying to shove down my throat the other day. Twitter has been bought out by Elon Musk, and the rumor was that they were going to start charging for the blue verified check mark on your account. Now, previously, the way the blue verified check mark worked was that you had to basically verify that you were a real person who had a following on the internet and had potential to be impersonated or harassed online if you couldn't prove your real identity. I'm one of those people. I have concrete evidence that there's people who try to impersonate me all over the internet constantly, slander me all the time. And if I didn't have a verified account, someone could easily pretend to be me and maybe try to get me in trouble. Okay? That's why I was able to get my account verified many years ago. But not everyone has been that lucky. All right? People have been trying to get verified accounts for years and just keep getting denied. So it essentially became almost like a status symbol on Twitter to be a verified Twitter account user. I never saw it like that, and I certainly don't use it like that. I don't think because I have a blue check mark next to my name that I'm any more important or should be listened to any more than anybody else. Okay? I just think that it's kind of like, hey, it's really me, so you know not to not believe anyone else that says that they're me. That's really the only reason I've ever had it. So now that Elon Musk bought out Twitter, apparently now they're trying to find ways to make Twitter more profitable. And the rumor was that they were going to start charging $20 a month for the blue check mark. Okay? Now, supposedly the idea was that there was going to be premium features also involved when you got this subscription. But the thing that kind of made me scratch my head is if the point of the check mark is to prove that you are who you say you are, that was the whole point behind it, right? What's to stop someone from just dropping $20 a month and saying they're you? Right? Like right now, I am at They Call Me DSP. No one else can be at They Call Me DSP. Only one person on the planet is allowed to have that one tag. But what could essentially happen is someone could now make at They Call Me DSP, but one of the L's is a capital I. And then they could pay for the blue check mark. All right? Now, the one telling difference between them and me would be that I have, 26 plus thousand followers. At one point, I think I had 28,000, but I'm pretty sure they did a Twitter purge, and I lost about 2,000 followers this week. I think they did a sweeping purge of bots and just kicked them off the site, which is always a good thing. So I ended up losing like 2,000. I'm sure other people out there with giant accounts probably lost like millions. Like seriously, can you imagine if you had like, a million Twitter followers and they do a bot sweep and now you're down to like 400,000. Oops, everyone was a bot. That's the way life works, right? I mean, it's true. It happens on YouTube as well. So anyway, that's the concern I think at this point is if you make people pay for it, but anyone who pays gets a blue check mark, someone could literally impersonate someone else by just having one character slightly different, but it'll look almost identical. They could copy the avatar, they could copy the background, they could copy the profile, and the only determining effort between the two would be the number of followers. No, my account will have 26,000 plus followers, but in the other troll accounts will not. But still, at a glance, you might have someone impersonating me coming in and saying shit trying to look like it's me when it's not, right? And now I got to deal with the repercussions of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Now, yesterday, there was an addendum to the story. Elon Musk came out himself and said, no, it's not 20. We're going to probably do it for around $8. $8 a month for this verified status. And here's what you get with it, okay? Priority in searches. I don't know what that means. Replies and mentions. So priority in searches, replies, and mentions. So if you got the blue check mark and you respond to someone who tweeted out and that tweet got 10,000 responses, the blue check marks will be seen right away and everyone else is buried underneath. I don't know about that. Does that sound good? Just because someone paid for it, they get seen and no one else does. So now it's a paid for priority system. Continuing on. Access to new and better features and less ads. Well, first of all, I'd like new and better features because I think that Twitter is actually almost featureless. Twitter has added a few features over the last several years, but for the most part, they don't add much, I would love to have the ability to possibly tweet longer tweets because I'm a paid checkmark, right? Give me value for it. Convince me that the $8 a month will benefit myself and my business, and I will pay the $8 a month. But if it's just pay $8 a month and just troll checkmark, or it's troll checkmark, just blue checkmark, and that's it, but everyone else can get it too, then forget it, right? What's the point? If everyone else can get the blue checkmark for $8, then why do I care? But if you can give me something else of value, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. He goes, so what are these new features? Well, don't know yet. Less ads, I'll be honest. Twitter ads, they don't mean nothing. First of all, no one watches them. They're easy to skip. I don't think that, I really don't think it's going to be a big deal. Twitter ads, less ads. I don't even see that many ads anyway. You know what I hate? The sponsored posts. The moment I see a sponsored post on Twitter, I block it, and I never see that account ever again. And it's never failed me. It's a good idea. It's always a good idea to block the bullshit ads. I don't need to ever see a sponsored post on Twitter. There's no reason for them. Block that shit. Move on. That's my mentality. Okay? Okay. He also, now here's the weird thing. Elon says, I don't even understand what this means. Okay? Twitter will be able to reward content creators. What does that mean? How do you reward content creators? First of all, what kind of content? Because I'm a YouTuber. I'm a long-form content creator. I make videos that are about an hour long, if not longer, right? That doesn't reflect on Twitter. Twitter is a place where you watch digestible clips, right? Now, you already got websites like TikTok, you got YouTube Shorts that are all competing for the digestible clips market. Is he saying now, if you post digestible clips to Twitter, that you'll get paid for it? Like, remember what I was doing for a year and a half there? It was the audio only schedule on Twitter. And I was doing, and then recently I replaced that with YouTube Shorts because people told me to. But maybe what he's saying is they're gonna start maybe monetizing these little clips that you post on Twitter. I don't know, because he's not clear. It seems to me like he's one of these guys who has big ideas, but then he kind of leaves it to everyone under him to like implement them. Like, oh, here's what I want. I want a way that content creators will be paid and rewarded on Twitter. You figure out the details, team. That's what I pay you for. You know? So how's it going to end up? I don't know. The thing is, it seems like he's launching this soon. Like, he had tasked his internal team. Supposedly, they had to get this ready to roll within 2 weeks, or he was going to fire them. So this might actually be like by mid-November, you might have to pay to keep your verified checkmark on Twitter. Here's exactly what I can tell you is going to happen. If this is the case, here's exactly what's going to happen. The vast majority of people today who have the blue check mark won't care and won't have it anymore. It'll just go away. And then immediately overnight, you'll have a giant influx of people who have the blue check mark who are all bullshit accounts. Yeah, you're going to have people that claim that they're people who they're not, with all bullshit, all impersonation accounts. It's going to happen overnight. You're going to see the rise of the impersonators, and no one's going to be able to tell who's real and who's not, and the whole site's going to be a fucking chaotic mess. If this is how he says it is, I think it's going to ruin Twitter. And that's a shame. You know, for me, I'm not going to change. You know where I am. You know also that I don't just solely rely on Twitter. Now, I've very heavily gravitated towards using this channel, DSP Gaming, as a source of information about me and my content. If something important is happening, I'll usually post it on the community page, including my schedule every day. So you don't have to worry about, oh, if Phil's Twitter gets shut down, I don't know what he's doing. That's very much not the case. Okay? So there you go. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. Newsy Futz, you're completely wrong. He says you don't pay to get the blue check mark. Verification stays the same. It costs a monthly subscription to maintain it. Wrong. Literally everything Elon is saying is that's not the case. Right now, it's a elitist lords versus peasants mentality on Twitter. He wants to give the power to the people. $8 a month, get a blue check mark. This is literally his words on Twitter. You are making up a scenario that's not true. That from what he says, it's $8 a month. You get the blue check mark, period. There's not even fucking verification. You just get it. You're in a subscription program now. So I don't know. We'll see. For me, I'm on the fence about it. Like, here's the thing. If I pay $8 a month to Twitter and I actually get meaningful features that I like, I will probably do it. Like, for example, YouTube Premium, when I first got it, it was a 3-month trial. and I saw there's a lot of features on there that I like. Absolutely no ads on YouTube is tremendous. But the one that I really like is that you can set up a bunch of music that you can like have playing, and then you can minimize that on your phone, and you can do other things. So I can actually have like a playlist of music playing, and I can, skim through, read news articles. I can approve comments on my videos. I can just chill and relax at night, which I sometimes do to go to bed. I can do all those things and have it playing constantly, when previously you were not able to do that without YouTube Premium. So I had the trial. I liked the features I got. I kept the YouTube Premium. I would consider doing the same with this new Twitter, whatever they're going to call it. $8 a month. If you give me features that make me feel like I want to keep it, then I'll keep it. But I'm not going to pay $8 a month just to keep my blue check mark. I want something else as well. Because here's the thing. This is my staunch belief, and you guys can disagree. You cannot all of a sudden decide to start charging for something you always gave away for free. Can you imagine if overnight I announced to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, DSP Gaming is now a subscription-only channel. You must pay me to see any content on this channel. It is not publicly anymore free. You have to pay me to see it, period. How do you think that would go over? Honestly. What would I get? 100 people who would pay for the subscription? So 100 times what? $5? So I'd make $500 a month. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Do you see the point? It wouldn't work. I've provided you free content for 14 years in the hopes that you would watch the ads on the content so I make some ad revenue, in the hopes that you would crowdfund the stream so I can make a living. That's how my business model works. I can't overnight just decide, oh, here's something you've always had for free. Now I'm going to charge you for it. That doesn't work. People will be upset. People are so used to having that as part of their free service. It will not only backfire, but may actually even create resentment towards your overall business, even if it wasn't your intention to do anything negative. You just can't do it. I hate to say it, Elon Musk, all right? He's rich, but I don't know if he really has a lot of business sense when it comes to this kind of stuff. It doesn't seem like he really kind of knows what he's talking about. And, I'm sorry, that's my take. You disagree, but I don't know what he's thinking. Oh, I need to finance my purchase. You finance the purchase before you make it. You don't make the purchase, then panic to figure out a way to make money. You do that first. If you were going to buy Twitter, then you figure out how Twitter will be profitable before the sale goes through. You don't panic after the sale goes through and try to change everything, which is literally what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It seems like what he is he's a big idea guy, which is great. He's one of the big brain idea guys. Great idea, run with it, but then everyone else implements it after the fact, right? That's what it seems like to me. He has the big ideas. PayPal, SpaceX, Tesla, big ideas. Everyone else implement the everything about it, but I came up with the good idea. So his idea was, buy out Twitter, change it to be a place where it's total, fair free speech. But now, oh shit, I didn't even think, paid for verification subscriptions. And everyone else below me figure out how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't know. Again, I'm for an $8 subscription plan if there's a benefit to me. All right, now I'm not sold there'll be a benefit today. We have to see.